Hey everyone, welcome to a quick Cipher Drive demo progress update slash whatever. Um, Today what I'm going to show you is the backup system. So here's the game running, and the backup system is here in this build folder here. So before I get into this too much, I want to give you a quick overview on how the game is structured. We have this data folder where all the assets are stored. And the idea is we're never actually going to go and manually edit this folder, right? I shouldn't even be looking at it. It should be opaque. And eventually what we'll do is we'll get rid of the folder and we'll write our own archive format, and then instead of doing reads and writes through the file system, we'll just do reads and writes to a data format, and then that one data format gets written to the archive file. But for now what we have is a folder with all the asset files and a manifest file, which is what I've been showing you from the hierarchy videos previously. Now, what the backup system does is it takes some other location, wherever the executable is, right? So the executable and the data folder do need to be separate, and it creates a backup script here, and it periodically runs that backup script while the editing is taking place. So right now, I can show you in the code, I have it tuned to back up once every 5 seconds and keep 8 backups. Those aren't great parameters because it means you have up to 40 seconds old is your oldest version, right? You don't have something from 10 minutes ago, which is kind of what you probably want sometimes. So the actual parameters we'll probably use are more like once every 2 minutes it'll do a backup so that you never lose more than 2 minutes of work, and it'll keep 100 copies. But in order to demonstrate the features, I've set it to a higher frequency of backups and to a lower max count so that it'll run out of space sooner. So basically the way the system works is once I start running the editor, it starts periodically running updates, and we'll be able to see every 5 seconds a new update will pop on the bottom, and everything else, the oldest one, will get deleted because we're currently at the max, right? So it never keeps the 9th oldest thing anymore, and anything older than that also would get deleted. If I were to adjust that parameter, if I decide we need 200 now, or we can drop to 50, it'll automatically clear out or make space for the new max that I've given it, right? And all of these things here are literally just a copy of that data folder. So right now that's totally uncompressed. If it becomes an issue, we can add a zip stage to it. I just wanted to skip that because since it's running through a build.bat right now, or a backup.bat, and Windows doesn't come with a default method of zipping, I would have to force everyone to install 7-zip correctly or something like that, right? So I figured skip that for now. We'll just drop the files in, and if it becomes a problem, I'll make my own tiny little zip utility that we can include in the backup chain. But I want to discuss real quick what the plan is and how we're going to use this. So every person has the same like game, and the programmers all have their code synchronized and so on. But what I want to have happen, and I think this is probably the best way to use this system for now, is since we don't have a merging system, if I make changes and Connor makes changes and we both done an hour of work, then we're kind of in trouble. But especially if I do like 5 minutes of work and Connor does an hour of work, then we're in big trouble because, well, not really big. We're in big trouble if we both do an hour of work. We're in a little trouble if he does an hour of work and I do 5 minutes, but then it's annoying if I accidentally just save mine after his and delete everything he did. So the backup system, what we're going to do is everyone's going to have their own set of backups, right? There's no point in us synchronizing all of our backups together because that just means we get fewer backups. So instead, we're all going to have our own backup folder with all of the backups that have happened on our system. And that way we have as many backups as possible. Everyone who runs the system, they're just saving more backups. So that's basically the plan. To demonstrate one other little thing, I'll just demonstrate, well, you know, I think that demonstrates the idea pretty clearly. For more information, I'll probably wait till I can edit the hierarchy more in detail, but that's the backup system. That's how it works. Thanks for watching. See you around. Bye-bye.